So first I will show the tables that I have in Hive. So I have emp and employees tables. So that shows the emp table, and then I'll show employees. And then I'll show the queries that I ran on employees. So first, for the statistics question, I did the average, max, and minimum salary. So I went ahead and typed that up, and then I'll run it. And then here's the output with the average, the maximum, and the minimum. Next, I did a word count, which I already created the table for it, which I showed in my wiki documentation. So I'll go ahead and run that, and then this shows how often everyone's name shows up. And then the last question dealt with identifying a pattern, so I wanted to see if there was a correlation between the size of the subordinates array, so the number of subordinates a person has, and then their salary. So I went ahead and typed up that command, and then I'll go ahead and run it. And then it did show that there was a correlation where people who had 0 subordinates tended to have lower salaries, and those with 2 tended to have the higher salaries. So now I'm in MySQL, and I'll show all of the tables that I have in my DB1 database. So I have persons, ACAD, emp new, emps, and then employees. So these are all the tables that I imported and exported between SQL and Hive and Hadoop. So I'll go ahead and show the emp new. So this includes all of the information that I imported from emp, and then emp and Hive, that is. And then I'll go ahead and do persons. Then that shows all of the information that was imported from the target query in Hadoop. So that's just showing that all those imports and exports worked, and then I gave more information on the documentation page in my wiki in GitHub.